Let's rev it up! Because I am sure hungry for one. Help! Help!
What's up, guys? It's Dirty Yugi from Dirty Yugi and the Boys. Today we have
Andy.
What'd you do?
I went 5-0 for the second week in a row with Phantom Knights at Locals.
10-0.
10-0.
You get to choose.
All right.
Yeah, let's just go right into it. So, starting off, it's the pretty standard, like, triple tour guide, graph, seer lineup. Don't play any of the others. Don't play the Edge Imp Sabers I've seen people play to put the Red Eyes Fusion back. Don't play Libic. It's just too many bricks. You don't need them. Pretty simple. Standard Phantom Knight ratios, 3 Torn, 3 Boot, 2 Cloak, and 1 Glove.
And they're the nice rarity.
Yeah. So it's the second Cloak matters in the grind. The Gloves is mostly like the first thing you try to send because it like helps to like somewhat Nibiru-proof your plays. Because if you're dumping this off the Cherubini instead of like the Graph or the Seer, it's going to just make it so that if they do just like drop the Nibiru on the summon of Bardiche, hoping that they're going to deny you the free advantage, you're going to go, okay, Gloves, dump Wing, Wing, revive Bardiche, try again anyways. Nibiru just doesn't hurt the deck because of the way that you can manipulate this setup. Hand Traps is pretty straightforward, like just 3 Droll, 3 Ash. The safest ones for the format. You really can't play others that are just safe to cover every matchup.
Are these the best for the format, though?
Well, going into Lightning Overdrive format, I'm terrified of Drytron, so I just feel like you have the main deck Droll, and Ash is just generically good against everything, as well as like the Invoke Shaddolls. They just felt safe. Dragoon Bricks, no explanations there. The extenders were the 3 Kagemucha. I do think the extra name just matters. The Dangers and the Psychic Wheels, just the pretty standard extenders you'll see from this deck. You just need to put level 3s and make sure Beanie.
60, so 120.
Spells, Rhoda, Called By, Red Eyes Fusion, E-Telly, and because I was like at a 38 card list and wasn't sure what else to do, I just wanted like outs to Mystic Mine and stuff, so I made deck Double Twin.
That's pretty safe.
It's a pretty safe one because it's a discard outlet for your Phantom Knights. It lets you play through like Schism, Mystic Mine, stuff like that. Mostly this instead of Cosmic in this deck specifically because if you get Lanciad, you're going to get absolutely ruined.
Yeah.
So it's just felt like the safest, regardless of before or after side, when people just put Lanciad against this deck like it's the only hand trap in the game. You don't just lose. And then the standard trap lineup of 3 Fogblade, Brigandine, and Wing. Yes, the Wing does come up for the extra extender. You do go through 2 free summons in a turn. Pretty simple main deck.
40 cards in the main?
40 main.
Perfect.
Extra deck, Link 1s, El Mirage, and Link Spider. Almost strictly for the Brigandine, unless you get Nibiru and you turn the token into an effect, and also for Anaconda. El Mirage is for the dumb hands where you open like a Cloak or a Gloves and no other combo starters. It did come up today. You just use this to make, quickly showcase the little combo here. It's not even really a combo much. Normal Cloak, link into El Mirage, get Brigandine, set it, activate it, summon it, link off, summon, and that's your Anaconda. Perfect. So yeah, that's why you have to play the El Mirage, and it does come up. Link 2's Cherubini, like the main starter, only one of it because you never need the second. I cut it to make room for a Phoenix so that it can like play through boards going second because, again, another discard outlet helps. It's the only Link 2 that we play that's over 500 attack, so it just matters for attack stats sometimes. I don't really know how else to explain it. Like, it helps you climb into the access code play after turn 1. Anaconda for the Dragoon. All this stuff is pretty straightforward. Yeah, that's the collector.
Yeah. I just wanted to double check. I want them to know you're flexing.
Yeah, well, it's not really a flex. I'm playing Common Link Spider from the demo pack with a Collector's or a Phoenix.
It's demo pack.
Unicorn and Rusty for the Link 3s.
Do you ever feel like you needed to?
No, you'll just use the traps to revive this, and then once you're out of trap cards out of your deck, which happens so quickly just by the nature of the Cloak searching you Brigandine, this getting you Fog Blades, sending the Wing off of the Gloves, you'll run out of the traps within like turn 2.
Okay.
You'll never need the second, and a pop effect only matters if you're making like a bunch of Dark Exceeds, and we literally only play 1 Break Sword to trigger that, so it just doesn't matter for the grind. Unicorn, not because of like IP or anything, it's just because it says climb into access code for a 3k attack, but also the shuffle back for like Eldritch Golden Lords and stuff helps. Apollosa access code for the link 4s. You make this early on enough to like Nibiru-proof your board. It's just a way to turn like a Cherubini that's just kind of sitting there into just easy access negates.
Yeah.
And this just ends the game because we don't really want to play the weird gimmicky stuff like the Requiems and that kind of stuff because we have so many monster negates in this deck anyways, it's just redundant. Dragoon, because you already saw the Anaconda and the bricks. For the rank 3s, the 1 break sword because you only need 1. You'll either make it going first with the Bardiche play to pop it to bring back the stuff to make the Nightmare, or you're just gonna never make this other than like, oh, I guess it forces out a back row sometimes, but in the situations where you're popping back row with this, you can just make Phoenix and it doesn't matter. The 1 Leviair because you're playing Phantom Knight. This says recycle your entire deck. It's pretty free. Jaja, this is something I'm just now testing out. I only learned about it like last week. It's definitely coming up. It's essentially an out to Golden Lord or just other banishing things like against Dragoon as well. And since it protects itself, you're going to have this with 1 material, so you can slap a Zeus on it with 2 materials, and you still have that disruption on the opponent's turn. Or even just turning a Leviair after it detached, you have a 2 material Zeus. You don't need to play Downward Magician for the free material, it just doesn't come up. Yeah, that's the entire main or extra deck.
Did you ever consider having doing the rank up spell with the guy? Well, I can't think of his name right now. The Requiem.
Requiem? Yeah, like it's more monster negates that you just don't need because you have Apollosa for monster negates, you have Fogblade for monster negates. Requiem is so redundant, it's just ridiculous. Okay. And then if you're trying to go the other route with like the Arc Rebellion plus the Raiders Knight, again, that's 2 extra deck slots to try and break a board that you were already going to break with the Unicorn plus access code set up anyways. So it just frees up more extra deck space for things that you need to sell or break through other boards.
Okay.
Side deck. These are probably the only thing I would change. These need to be droplets. I just don't own them at the moment. I just needed cards that I can side in against matchups like, to an extent, I guess, Shadal invoked to just summon this on the Link 1 that they make and then try and dig for Dark Ruler no more, that kind of stuff. Or just other things that just breaks boards. Triple Lancia because I'm playing in a format where Lancia is still good, even if people are like, oh, it's bad against Dinosaur. Okay, sure. It's still virtual worlds all around. There's still, like, the mirror match. Yeah, exactly. There's just so many things where you're like, yeah, Lancia is just the thing I have to play right now. Even if it's not just, oh, of course it's not the best against Dino when they have Scrap Raptor now. Dark Ruler, duh. It's probably the most sided-in card against the combo decks at the moment because it helps you break the board. The 3rd copy of Twin because I just felt like it was better than Pankratops for this type of a deck.
I was just about to ask, would you rather play Pankratops?
Feather Duster and Reboot. The other just blow out 1-ofs. You just have to play them against the backer decks. Order because it's an auto win against everything that you resolve it against, and 2 anti-spells because the same kind of matchups.
Will there be any changes you make to the deck?
It's pretty much just the Phantasmes, honestly. They should be droplets. Maybe when they're not $100 a piece, I'll start buying them, but, you know, that's really about it.
Any shoutouts?
Shoutouts to Dirty Yuking the Boys, man behind the camera.
Hey.
Shoutouts to Starlight Games for hosting the locals. Shoutouts to my boy Brandon at Locals for actually helping me build this list.
Let's go, Starlight!
Let's go, Starlight.
Yup, store always wins. Yeah, and that's about it.
Alright, it's Dirty Geek from Dirty Boys signing out. Have a good day.